Hola, amigos. I'm signing in from Peru today, and I spoke last night at the gathering for the retreat that we're having here. And I mentioned 2 points that I found to be really useful for people. And after I shared it, a number of people said to me that they would love to have it written down or a recording. And since it's useful information, I thought I would put it here on YouTube. So the two things are Karmic Cleanup Crew and Spontaneous Coherent Emergence. And the Karmic Cleanup Crew is a name that I've given to the people who are here really doing deep healing work. We did plant medicine ceremony, ayahuasca, and San Pedro this past week. And this is just one of the many avenues that many people are using to heal their ancestral lineages, to heal from their own trauma. And very often, people who are on the healing path express frustration that they have been at it for a long time. Certainly in my career, I've worked with quite a lot of baby boomer women who say that they've been spending decades trying to heal their trauma, and people get frustrated with themselves. They think that they should be healed by now. And I explained that we popped out into the time-space continuum, downstream of a lot of ancestral trauma, into a very messy cultural situation. In fact, it's a great big mess here. And that there are those of us who have come to undertake the challenging work of healing the dysfunction that we've inherited. And it is a lot of work. It does take a long time. And I really encouraged people to roll up their sleeves and settle in for the long haul. It's the Karmic Cleanup Crew. We're here to do this heavy lifting, to do this work so that the generations that come after us don't have to do this work. So if you're one of those people on the healing path, don't get frustrated by how challenging and never-ending it seems. It is never-ending, and you will be doing this healing work probably till the day you die. And that's okay. That's okay, because I really think that's what we came here to do. So people really found that that was a relief to hear that you don't have to find the teacher or the program or the herb or the supplement or the thing that's going to like snap you into nirvana and enlightenment. It's very hard to achieve those states in a world and genetic lineages that are as messy as the ones that we've been dealing with. So if that resonates for you and you are part of the Karmic Cleanup Crew, it's okay that the work goes on and on. And once you heal your own trauma from your own life, you have ancestral work to do, you have archetypal work to do, you have cultural work to do. Okay? And that's what we're here for. So get comfortable with that discomfort. The next concept is spontaneous coherent emergence. And this speaks to order descending into chaos and then returning to order. And I use the example of cymatics. So cymatics is the study of waveforms. Many of you are familiar with that. You can do it with something like sand or salt on a black flat metal plate, or in a cuvette of water where you place a speaker underneath and run a particular frequency into that medium. And what happens is each specific frequency causes a very specific pattern to form. But when you change the input and you change the frequency, the pattern that's present will dissolve into chaos. And then, once the new frequency has set in with sufficient amplitude, a new order will spontaneously arise from the chaos. It feels to me like we're in descent into chaos at the moment, and this can create quite a lot of uncertainty for people. I think one of the most difficult things to master is to be comfortable with uncertainty. I heard a line in a song while I was here this week saying that you don't need to know the way because the way knows the way. And as we descend into deeper chaos, it can be very easy to freak out. But if you simply relax into the flow, into the process of transformation that's taking place, at some point, this new order will spontaneously arise. And I've certainly seen in the last year at all the wonderful events that I've been at with really incredible people, this groundswell of coherence, of love, of community, of connection. And it's really happening. Despite what the media tells you, there is some incredible work being done in humans who are really called to live a path of coherence. And as that coherence arises in us individually, I believe that it will arise in us collectively. I don't think we necessarily need to believe the story about the kind of unpleasant future that we're being told. I think that there's a plot twist that's going to happen in here along the theme of this spontaneous, coherent emergence. So those are the two ideas that I think are very useful for people to hear. I think that they allow you to rest down of whatever tension you might be having around frustration of the slowness of your healing process and the uncertainty of the world. I hope you find them helpful too.